Here is the news on STEM Radio Vision, Elisha. First, the headlines. Tinubu pledges strong economic rebound. APC assures Tinubu's return as Obi dump LP, joins ADC. Osun student pass vote of no confidence on Adeleke. Adams urges Nigerians to end negativity. President Donald Trump reviews New Year's resolution in 3 words. Now the news in full. I am Chidima Abel. President Bola Tinubu has declared that 2026 marks the beginning of a more robust phase of economic growth for Nigeria, pledging to drive down inflation further, strengthen foreign reserves, and sustain the country's GDP growth trajectory. In his New Year message to Nigerians on Thursday, the president expressed confidence in the nation's collective resolve, saying the new year will be a more prosperous one for the country, its citizens, and all who call Nigeria home. Tinubu argued that during 2025, his administration sustained momentum on major reforms, achieved the fiscal reset, and recorded steady economic progress. Despite persistent global economic headwinds, he said, Nigeria recorded tangible and measurable gains, particularly in the economy. The president disclosed that Nigeria closed 2025 on a strong note, with annualized GDP growth expected to exceed 4% for the year. The All Progressives Congress has reaffirmed its commitment to President Bola Tinubu's 2027 re-election bid, assuring that victory is certain, even as former presidential candidate Peter Obi dumped the Labour Party for the African Democratic Congress ahead of the next race. Obi, a former governor of Anambra State, declared his defection to the ADC on Wednesday at Nick Lake Resort in Enugu, calling on Nigerians and opposition groups to come together under a broad national coalition to rescue Nigeria from poverty, disunity, and democratic decline. Obi had joined other opposition leaders in July to present the ADC as a coalition platform to challenge President Tinubu in the 2027 election. Under the leadership of former Senate President David Mark as National Chairman and former Osun State Governor Ralph Aregbesola as National Secretary, the ADC has been positioning itself as a major opposition party ready to take on the APC, Tinubu's party, in the upcoming poll. Student associations in Osun State have passed a vote of no confidence on Governor Demola Adeleke, accusing his administration of policies and actions they described as anti-student and detrimental to welfare across state-owned institutions. The bodies, NANS, JCC, Osun State, in collaboration with the National Association of Osun State Students, NAOS, condemned the Adeleke administration, describing it as one of the most disappointing governments for students in the history of the state. In a statement made available to newsmen on Wednesday, the Public Relations Officer of NANS, JCC Osun State, Comrade Ibrahim Alabi, disclosed that students in Osun State-owned tertiary institutions have been burdened with a 200% increase in tuition fees, a development he said has placed higher education beyond the reach of children from low and middle-income families. He also raised concerns over poor infrastructure, citing the abandonment of key student routes such as the Ireada Road, which they described as a death trap, adding that promised projects, including the construction of internal campus roads, have not been executed. Super Eagles striker Ako Adams has called on Nigerians fans to end negativity and offer their full support to the team as they continue the Africa Cup of Nations campaign in Morocco. Sports to OGB, Adams urged fans to stay positive and unite behind the national team. The midfielder, who made his Super Eagles debut during the penultimate game of Nigeria's 2026 World Cup qualifying group campaign, expressed gratitude for the opportunity to represent his country at that stage of his career. He praised his course discipline and cohesion, highlighting the team's response to consecutive victories so far in the tournament. And now on the foreign scene, U.S. President Donald Trump has proclaimed peace on earth as his New Year's resolution for 2026. The President and Melania Trump shone at Mar-a-Lago New Year Eve event, sharing wishes for universal peace throughout the world. President Trump considers himself as a champion of peace, claiming to end 8 wars in 2025, including India-Pakistan war, Thailand-Cambodia conflict, and disputes in the Middle East. He's still involved in a highly anticipated peace deal between Russia and Ukraine, aiming to end years-long conflict in a peaceful manner. Trump celebrated his New Year alongside allies and MAGA elite at a splendid New Year's Eve gala. Trump was seen wearing black tuxedo and Melania in a silver squint gown. Their striking looks drew a compliment from online communities and social media platforms. And now to end the news, here is a recap of our stories. We told you that President Bola Tinubu has declared that 2026 marks the beginning of a more robust phase of economic growth for Nigeria. We also told you that the All Progressives Congress has reaffirmed its commitment to President Bola Tinubu's 2027 re-election bid, assuring that victory is certain. Music Studio. Student associations in Osun State have passed a vote of no confidence on Governor Ademola Adeleke, accusing his administration of policies and actions they described as anti-student. Super Eagles striker Aka Adams has called on Nigerians fans to end negativity and offered their full support to the team as they continue their Africa Cup of Nations campaign in Morocco. Lastly, we told you that U.S. President Donald Trump has proclaimed peace on earth as his New Year's resolution for 2026. That ends the news on Esteem Radio Vision, Elisha, Osun State. The news was edited by Folabi Adenipekun and was brought to you by Chidima Abel. Thanks for listening. Good morning.